don't know what that was. Scary. So I was listening to TikTok. Now, I don't always just listen to TikTok, for everything I believe. Like, I don't believe everything I listen on TikTok. So I don't believe everything. But there was this one, the psychic. She was saying she was African American or black or whatever you want to call her. She said, if I go to a freaking corner store shop, I'm gonna run into a gang member, and he gonna try to step up to me, like him and his gang. Just for whatever reason. And I heed the warning. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm 50 years old. I'm old enough to be a grandfather. Yeah, a gang. Now, a gang is for like anywhere from like what? Teenage up to about 20s, about 30, like maybe early, like just 31, I'd say. That's a gang. Right? Street gang, street thugs, right? Anywhere from teens to about early 30s, like 30 years old. I'd say is the cutoff for a gang. I'm almost 50. See? Like if I had a kid at 25, my kid would already have a kid. So I'd be a grandpa. And so I think if you're a kid between the ages of teens and 30 in a gang or something like that, I really think you're doing it wrong. When you're coming after a 50-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, by that time, you should be like Tony Soprano gang. Not, street muffin, if you know what I mean. Anytime you're not past the age of 30, by the time you're in your 50s, yeah, you should be like the Godfather, Al Pacino, like that level. Scarface, kind of. You shouldn't be living in like some ragtag apartment, driving a fancy car. That's like ghetto fabulous still. You should be living in a mansion with a pool and like an Italian garden in the back in America, going to the country club. At 50. Anyways. Yeah. Anyways. So I can't imagine a kid between the ages of teens to about early 30s would want to step up to an old man in his 50s ready to have, like, I don't know, grandkids. And if he's over the age of 30, like 35, I'd kick him out of the gang. Cause he ain't Scarface yet. He ain't Godfather yet. He ain't fucking like Tony Soprano yet. Like, where's his fucking mansion and all his fancy shit? Where's his cruises around the world, you know? Where's his Rolex? Is he just soft rice on a girl or something? You know, I don't know. Who's the real mafia princess in that one? I don't know, it seems kind of sketchy to me to think that any person over the age of, like, I'll even give you like leeway, 35, and you're still in the fucking street gang, you're a fucking loser. If you ain't got like some cover business already, yeah. If you ain't ruling some part of the town already, yeah. I don't know. I can't imagine not having real push and pull in a community because you don't contribute in any way. Like, you don't invest in public works projects. I'm sure Tony Soprano did, but he was still a scumbag in the end. You know, I'm sure he invested in something important. I don't know. So I can't imagine being a street thug gang over the age of 35 and still doing ragtag street thug bullshit by that time. Like, shouldn't you be a city official? I know Tony Soprano did waste management. He was in charge of waste management, right? Like city waste management. That was like his thing. But I think he moonlighted as, like, I don't know, mob boss, real estate. There was real estate too, so I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't mean to like up your game or anything, but for real, I'm giving you 5 years leeway after 30. After 35, you should be driving a fucking Beamer and living in a fucking mansion, in my opinion, wearing like pinstripe suits made by Versace or some shit. I don't know, it sounds silly to me to listen to a TikTok, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Probably. I can't imagine like a 15-year-old would have beef with like a 50-year-old grandpa. I don't know. Or even a 20-year-old. Even a 30-year-old. Like, already he thinks, dude is too old. He's walking with a cane. Anyways. I don't know. It sounds kind of silly. Who's going to be the Tony Soprano in that group? I don't know. The Scarface. I don't know. At least he has a hot-headed, overage gang member that thinks he's running the show. Well, kids, you know what not to be and who to be versus. I don't know. It's not criminal activity if I'm not involved in it, so I don't know who these people are, anyways. Just listening to a TikTok psychic medium being silly, so. All right, there wasn't much out there in terms of sky beauty, so I'll go and eat my garbage again since I'm so street gang.